What's up, guys? Tony here with Alternative Living Spaces, about to chop it up with my buddy Matt from Container Pools. Let's go check it out.
You're out.
So I feel like the way you guys do stuff is a lot different than I've seen other container pool companies do stuff, where, you know, traditionally a fiberglass pool, how does it typically work? If someone were to buy a fiberglass pool, they're digging a hole and placing this in the ground kind of a thing?
Exactly.
So you're taking this and you're putting it into the container, whereas a lot of the other people are doing a spray-on application and things like that. Yep. What lent you guys to go this direction versus the other direction?
So just researching all the companies in the US and abroad, and then knowing what I know just about liners and spray epoxies or roll-on epoxies, just landed me on fiberglass shells being inserted into the container as being a far superior option. You get a longer life out of it. You're not, if a liner, they will rip, or epoxies will delaminate, and so you will have some rust getting into your water and you'll be swimming in rust. So this provides a barrier. And then aside from the barrier, we build kind of the way we do our fiberglass. It has some insulation that's built into it.
Oh, that's cool.
So it provides almost a year-round swim, if provided you do the right equipment. And then the way we do our insulation on our containers truly does give it that year-round swim. So it was just a far superior product for a number of reasons over the liners or the spray epoxies. And that's why we
great.
Love fiberglass.
I feel like you guys might be the only people I've seen that do that.
We are.
Yeah, is that right, huh?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
After it comes in from, you know, from the welding, from being painted, then we would time that to where we would shoot a pool as well on the fiberglass, on the mold. And so once it comes out of the paint booth, at that point, it's ready for the fiberglass shell to be married into the container. And so, so we would time that to where it comes out of the paint booth, rolls in here, we're pulling it off the fiber or off the mold and marrying it.
That's great.
And then it goes into our kind of assembly line here.
Cool.
And then gets shot out the door and gets wrapped and gets sent all over the US. This is our mold.
Wow.
That we shoot all of our fiberglass shells on. This is our only mold right now. This is a growing line. So here come, hopefully late this year, we'll have more molds around here to where we'll have different options and all of that. But yeah, so when we shoot fiberglass onto this mold, it takes about 2 days before we can pull it off. On that third day, when we use this crane, we strap the pool to the crane, then lift it off, and then go and set it into place kind of right over in this area, and then we'll flip it, still using this crane and getting it to the right side, and then at that point it gets married into the container.
Wow, this is wild. So when you're spraying this stuff on, is it just, are you just kind of doing layers? You're passing through, it dries, because you have it pretty thick on those pools.
You do, yeah. And ours, if you look at just a standard fiberglass pool, ours is thicker than that. And so our blend that we do is proprietary, and so we have insulation that's built into all that. But yeah, there's multiple layers, and so you'll kind of have your layers that you do on day one, then you'll come back, do more on day two. But we're waiting for it to tack off and to get to a certain mill thickness. So once it does those two things, then we know we're ready to go with the next layer.
Okay, that's wild. So then it gets completed, day 3, you pull it off, you marry it to the container. What is that process like, or what exactly does that do?
Yeah, so we would set it right here, get it flipped with the crane into place, and then we would lift it with the crane, either with the crane or we would go and lift it with the forklift, and then set it into place inside the container. And when it's being set in the container, we're basically just going in and just pushing it into place and getting it kind of perfectly positioned in there, so it's not unsquare and all of that. So it's a fairly simple process. It's literally just lifting it, getting it flipped right, and then lifting it in the container. Once it's in the container, we go in and bolt it down into the container.
That's what I was going to ask. Okay, cool. So it's already designed to be a snug fit right in the container. And then you go and you'll bolt it, and that's how it's kind of permanently attached, I guess.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then we do a silicone bead going all the way around just to protect water from getting in there, and then we do a product called Trim Lock going around just as that second layer of protection. We're about to drain the water from this pool into this one.
That's fun. Nice.
Yeah, so what we're doing is we're doing water testing. So when it gets to that point where the window is cured and everything is done, for the most part, about 95% done, then we'll water test it for about 24 to 72 hours, just depending if it has a window or not. And then we'll run the pumps. At that point, that's where we're programming everything. And when that's done, then we'll either drain it into the next pool or we'll just drain it out into a drain.
I was going to say, that's wild, because you just get a water pump and pump it in or something?
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Nice. So then this over here, what we do after it moves from being married and it's already been painted. The fiberglass shell's already been shot. Then it'll move into this area here, and we'll stage it over on this side. This is where we'll do our window installation, and we'll do all of our detail work. Once that's been complete, then it'll move down the line. We'll have plumbing and electrical that'll be done, and then just minor touch-ups, and then it'll move over here. That's where the paint touch-ups will happen, and then we'll prep it to have the water test. Then we'll wrap the pool, and then we'll ship it to you.
Man,
so
that's crazy. Well, I love the factory, man. This is epic. So cool to see what you guys are doing in here. Man, the pool with the water in it, with the window, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, absolutely, man. There's more to come. So we've got about 24,000 square feet here. We're set up to do hopefully close to about 6 pools a month.
That's
so
cool.
somewhere between 4 and 6 pools a month, to be honest. And so a lot of exciting stuff going on, man.
That's
so
great.
at that point, this will all be production and everything, and then we'll have outside where we have the containers that have yet to be cut. That'll all be storage for pools that are about to go out.
And I love it. You already got your 4 high cubes out here, so that's 8 pools ready to go.
Got more coming.
You got more coming?
Got more coming, man. So.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Container Pools, seeing the different options and the different products that they have. If you'd like more information about the container pools, I encourage you to reach out to us. We'd love to help get you connected, answer any questions you might have, and ultimately get you a container pool.